so I can't roll a joint anymore. Otherwise I'd do it.
I am grieving over my old self.
And we were going to put up Dukes. Of course, when he saw me get out of the crutches and then just barely walking, he says, "Oh, man." I have had MS or been diagnosed within 3 months of 14 years. 14 years ago, I was 31 years old, vice president of a Fortune 500 company on the 30th floor of Chase Towers in downtown Dallas. Planning my life, and I wanted to be the oldest white guy under 6'3" at the Dallas Downtown YMCA to be able to dunk a basketball.
When I was diagnosed, it had been about a year, maybe 8-9 months, something like that, after I had first felt any symptoms that I was aware of, from, essentially needing to pee all the time, to crapping in your pants when you walked out of your office, to getting up and immediately walking into a wall, or having the entire, right side of your body go numb. Obviously, that tended to alter my priorities in life, but not immediately, because I really didn't know what the future of the disease was. It's totally unpredictable with MS. I'd say most of that year I actually continued to play basketball, and many times, because my vision would get so bad in my right eye, the basketball would come and hit me in the face. The most disabling symptom is fatigue. If I could continue to work in a wheelchair, but I didn't have any trouble with the fatigue, then that wouldn't be a problem at all. And the stress, any form of stress, be it positive or negative, will aggravate the immediate symptoms of MS. The diagnosis in some ways was a blessing, in that I thought I was crazy. Every doctor I went to thought I was crazy. My employers thought I was crazy. My family thought I was crazy.
About a year and 4 months ago, I started experiencing different symptoms. Well, I'm originally from Dallas. I moved here from Utah, and that was at the breaking point of our marriage. I was in a domestically violent relationship with him. He's a better person, and I'm a better person because we're not together. Times I feel like I wish I could open up my brain. I wish I could open up my head so people could actually look in and see what I'm feeling. I'm 31 years old. I have trouble with my talking. I have trouble with my memory. But it was like I would forget what I was doing in the middle of doing it. Like when I'm walking up and down the stairs, I would forget that one foot was supposed to be coming out next, and I would fall. It's like I couldn't tell my foot like how to move. I thought I had Alzheimer's or something like that. And then the next thing I started noticing is that I was so depressed. The happiness turned into depression. When he told me that I had it, I didn't know whether to be happy or to be sad. I think a big part of me, I was really overjoyed because I found out that I wasn't going crazy. I thought I was losing my mind.
Mike Mesko was born a long time ago and lives in Austin now. He goes on stage once in a while and lives in a world all his own.
That's the truth.
That is the truth. That hasn't changed. The first indication I had that something was seriously wrong, the eyes just got a lot worse. So I went to have them checked, and my eye doctor told me later he thought he knew what it was. So he sent me to a friend of his, a neurologist. He knew what it was, but he wouldn't tell me until he had positive proof, the MRI pictures. When I was 39, I was diagnosed.
Mike felt great and my world fell apart. He was finally diagnosed in June of '92. He wasn't able to move really well without jerking. He did a play and they thought he was drunk all the time.
It was a relief. I know I can't live well with this, but I can live with it.
But there is no cure for multiple sclerosis.